everyone, thanks for joining me. Let's do a short practice together, working up to a practice of Malasana, the Garland Pose. Let's begin in Baddha Konasana, a bound angle pose for 6 breaths. Soles of the feet together. Lift through the spine and lift up through the chest. Maybe gaze down to your feet or your ankles and allow your breath to help you to relax your knees and inside your thighs. 4 more breaths. Last 2. And then release your feet. Use your hands to bring your knees together. Spin around and recline down onto your back. Straighten your left leg and bring your right knee towards the body. And flex both feet, sending your left heel away from the crown of your head. And give your knee a good squeeze in. Half happy baby. Take your right knee out to the side and reach up for the inside of your right foot. And that might have affected your left leg a little. Don't worry. You can actively send the heel away and a little gentle pressure to draw the right knee down. Stay for 5 more breaths. Good, okay. Bring the knee back to the chest and the left knee to join. Hug in. Maybe rock from side to side. And then drop the right foot and straighten the right leg and hug the left knee to the body. Give it a good squeeze. Flex both feet. And then let's take the left knee out to the side and reach up. Grab hold of your foot from the inside and straighten your right leg along the mat. Maybe adding some gentle pressure to draw your left knee down towards the mat. Stay for another 4 breaths. Good. Release carefully. Bring both knees into the chest. Give yourself a gentle hug in perhaps. And then we'll take our happy baby pose. Knees outside the ribs. Reach up and grab the insides of your feet or maybe hold behind your thighs. Taking the knees down towards the mat. Keeping your shoulders relaxed. This is a great alternative to Malasana, Garland Pose. You can always practice this pose instead. Another few breaths, stay here. And then release, bring your knees in towards your chest. And then from here, we're going to rock up and we're going to rock over and step back into downward facing dog. So, stepping yourself into your dog and maybe pedaling your feet if you like, or stay still. Let's take 3 more breaths in downward facing dog. And then gaze to your hands and walk or jump your feet forward. Bring your fingers to your shins and take halfway lift, a long spine. And exhale, forward fold. Soften your knees as much as you like. And then bend your knees, chair pose. Reach your fingertips for the ceiling. Weight back into the hips. Draw your ribs in. Soften your shoulders. Draw the blades down the back. Okay, we're going to bring the weight onto our right foot And straighten the right leg as you lift your left knee as high as you can. Keep lifting as high as you can. And then let's take it to warrior one. Keep your arms overhead. Take a big step back. Straighten into your left leg and bend into your right knee, warrior one. And draw the right hip back a little if you can without forcing. Ribs in. Two more breaths. One more breath in. And as you exhale, bring your hands behind your back, interlace your fingers, humble warrior. You can either hinge over your right leg or exhale to hinge inside your right knee. And with the option to lift your arms off your lower back and maybe start to work them up and over. Stay for 3. Keep your back legs strong. Push down firmly into both feet. 2. 1. Take a breath in and come up with control. Bring your hands to your hips and bring your feet to parallel. Open the front of the body, shoulders back. Inhale and look up. Exhale, wide leg forward fold, come down. Hands onto the mat underneath the shoulders. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Pull in the lower belly, exhale, forward fold. Soften the knees just a tiny bit, maybe walk the hands back. Take your gaze back between your heels. Draw the weight forward in the feet. Elbows in. 3 breaths. Maybe walk the hands back. 2. And 1. Okay, walk the hands back under the shoulders if they're not there. And inhale to a halfway lift. Skandasana, bending the right knee. Today in Skandasana, I know that the heel sometimes lifts up in Skandasana. Where's that block? Here it is. Today I want you to try and keep your right foot on the mat. Okay? So you might want to slide a brick or something underneath either your bum, or if you have hyperextending knees, you might want to slide something under your thigh. Then I want you to take your right hand out to the side so that you're using the strength of the arm, the top of the arm, to draw the knee back. And then we're going to find an opening, reaching up with the left hand. So gaze up and breathe here for 4. Two more. And one more breath in. Good. Okay, let's get rid of the block for now. We're going to take it to the other end of the mat into a low lunge. So drop your right knee down and breathe in to come up. Let's take the arms into the air. And then lift the chest and keep the hip over the knee, the right side. And maybe start to lift the chest, maybe start to look back. 3 breaths. 2 breaths. 1 more breath in. And exhale, hands to mat. Let's go to downward facing dog from here. Push back. Inhale the weight of your shoulders forward and either knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga to the mat. Untuck your toes and let's lift into cobra. Elbows in. And push the feet down, push the hands in. And then return to downward facing dog. Another 3 breaths. And then gaze to your hands and walk or jump your feet to the other edge of your mat. Fingers to shins, halfway lift. Inhale. And exhale, fold down. Chair pose, bend the knees, sweep up the arms, reach high, inhale. Maybe sink a bit deeper, keeping the weight back. And then we'll bring the weight onto the left foot, straighten the left leg and lift the right knee as high as you can. Fingertips to the ceiling. Keep breathing. From here, we're going to warrior one. Take your right foot back a big step, sink into your left knee. Draw your left hip back, fingertips high, ribs in, straight and strong in the back leg. Another 3 breaths. Breathing in and breathe out. Bring your hands behind you, interlace your fingers, humble warrior. On your exhale, either hinge over your left leg or inside your left knee, come down. Maybe lifting your arms over your head. Up to you. Humble warrior. Two more breaths in humble warrior. And then push down into your feet and breathe in to come up. Exhale, release your hands to your hips, feet to parallel. Wide leg forward fold. Shoulders back. Lift your chest, breathe in. Exhale, hinge forward. Hands to the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Maybe walk the hands back. Keep the elbows in line with the wrists and shoulders, long spine. Maybe deepening the fold as you breathe out. Walk the hands back under the shoulders. Inhale, halfway lift. Bend into your left knee, Skandasana to the other side. So remember, this time we're trying to keep the heel of the left foot on the mat. So you might want to take some support under your bottom or under your extended leg. Take your left hand out to the top left side of the mat and use the connection of your elbow or your upper arm with the knee to draw it back. And then inhale, reach the right arm high, opening up through the side body. Gazing up for 4, 3, 5. Round of breath. In. And exhale, bring your hands down. We're going to walk to a low lunge, back to the other edge of the mat. Release your prop. Sink into your right knee and drop your left knee down. Inhale to come up. Anjaneyasana, low lunge. Inhale, reach high. Gently tucking your left hip under a little. Maybe gaze up. And maybe pull your thumbs back, take a back bend here. And then gaze forward, hands to mat. Let's step to downward facing dog. Push back. Inhale, come forward into plank, knees down, chest down, untuck the toes, cobra. Chest forward, elbows bent, feet down, shoulders back. And then let's go to downward facing dog last time. And walk the feet and the hands to meet in the middle of the mat, halfway lift here. And exhale, fold. Extended mountain pose, so inhale and reach up, arms overhead, gaze to your palms. And exhale, release to mountain pose. Great, okay, so we're ready to practice Malasana now. Let's take the feet slightly wider than the hips and slightly turned out, but not too much. Bend into the knees, flex at the hips, and come down into your squat. Maybe bring your hands to prayer at the center of your chest. If you need to wriggle your toes, toe heel a little wider, that's fine. And if you have your elbows inside the knees, you can use them to help your knees to keep rotating out, or the legs rotating out in the hips. Feel free to sit on a block, pop one under your bottom if that feels helpful. Remember, you can always spin around and do happy baby instead. We're going to stay for 6. And another 4. So you might be feeling it in your ankles, your shins, your knees, your hips. Stay with the sensations for another 2 deep breaths. Okay, from here we're going to release by dropping the bottom to the mat. Bring the soles of the feet together, Baddha Konasana, bound angle. Okay, maybe hop the seat bones a little closer. Hold on to the feet, wrap your fingertips around. And inhale, lift up the chest. And exhale, drop the gaze to the feet. Let's stay here for another 5 breaths. Three more. And a final round of breath. And release the connection with your feet. Thank you everyone for this short practice leading up to Malasana today. You can stay for a little while longer in Baddha Konasana, or you could roll down onto your back and take constructive rest for a few more deep breaths. Thank you for practicing. Enjoy the rest of your day. Om Shanti.